Welcome to the Graybeard Chronicles podcast. Your hosts, Brian Halstead and Kevin Harkins, are two gray-bearded patriots who love God, their family and friends, and their country. The Graybeards are here to inspire, inform, and educate you on a myriad of topics they are passionate about. Brian and Kevin have a strong desire to share this with you to help you live your best life. Sit back and enjoy this amazing podcast as the Graybeards pass along the wisdom of the ages.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Graybeard Chronicles. I'm Brian Halstead.
And I'm Kevin Harkins.
And Kevin, we're here to pass along some wisdom of the ages. What the heck does that mean?
We're not perfect, but we do have gray beards. And that means we've got some significant life experience, some life lessons, and some perspectives that are worthy of passing along.
Well, I think that sums it up nicely. Let's get to it. Kevin, Happy New Year, man. Welcome to 2023.
Woo, man, we woke up one day and here we are.
Yeah, boom, there it was, 2023.
Time flies when you're having fun, doesn't
Amen
it?
to that. Amen to that.
Yeah. So when you think back about your 2022, you satisfied? You happy?
Yes. I am, and I would encourage everyone to take that position because you can't undo it, right? So you just have to kind of accept it for what it was. It's your past. And, although there might've been things that you didn't accomplish to the level that you wanted to accomplish them, that's okay, right? Document that, figure out why that was the case and make some changes going forward so you have different results in 2023.
That's exactly right.
But don't be beating yourself up about it. It's done.
Yeah.
In the books.
In the books. So Paula has a tradition that she brought with her, and we started doing. It's called a memory jar, and she didn't make it up. She got the idea from somewhere else. But
Right.
throughout the whole year, when you have a significant memory about life or the relationship or something that we've done, you take a 3x5 card and you just write it down, and then you put it in the memory jar, and you just forget about it. And then on New Year's Day, we sit down with the memory jar, and we pull out the memories and we read through and sort of reflect back. And it was very, very fun this year.
So anything that happens throughout the year that's kind of a memorable experience that you want to relive, right? You want to, call it out. You jot it down and put it in there. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like that.
And it's amazing how much you realize you did that you don't remember that you did, because it's gone. It's just something, it might be something as simple as she got an attaboy from her boss. And maybe it was just a kind word or hey, you did a great job on that project, or, and she'll tell me about it. And so I'll write it down on a card, or it might be that something good happened to me, or it might be something that we did that was really fun together. We had a weekend away, and it was very enjoyable kind of thing. And I really enjoyed that time. And so just 2 or 3 sentences on the card and put it in there.
That's a really cool idea. I like that.
Yeah. So anyway, there you go. And that's why I can tell you with a high degree of confidence that 2022 was a good year.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very good. All right. So let's dial a notch up on 2023, make it even better.
You bet. How do we do that? What are we talking about?
Well, one of the ways that you can do it, and it's interesting that we're talking about this particular subject, because I don't think either one of us falls into the negative side of this discussion that we're going to have here. But this just occurred to me, and I thought, this would be a great topic, right? So the topic that I came up with is changing woe to whoa. And, the difference being the spelling, obviously, WOE for woe and WHOA for whoa, very close, but really, really different meanings and really, really different mindsets. And I think the more important thing is the mindset that's associated with each one of them. And, we've talked about the victim mentality before. And I think that that woe is square up in the victim mindset category. And, I thought it'd be a good discussion just to throw out there, hey, are you a just speaking generally to our audience, right? Are you a whoa, WOE person? Or are you a whoa person? Are you walking around, with a victim mindset, blaming others, external things for why you're not achieving what it is that you want to achieve? Or are you standing back going, whoa, I did that. I accomplished that.
Yeah. Yeah. I like it. I even like the way you're saying it, actually, just because it's the same word. It sounds the same. If you're just learning English, or English is a second language, and you're hearing whoa versus whoa, you're like, huh? Sounds exactly the same. And you're saying it with the kind of intention and the kind of emotion
Right.
that you're supposed to evoke from that. But yeah, no, you're right. It is that whole victim mentality is a big part of it. And woe is me. Everything is against me. Everyone is against me. It
Right.
was
This
a hard
always
feeling.
happens. Oh yeah, yeah. Craziness.
Yeah, yeah, change that. It's funny though. I took a slightly different, and here we go. I took a slightly different view of what you were asking.
All right. I love this. And that's cool though. That's part of the intention and of how and why we do what we do here, because yeah, you didn't get any more information than that other than those two words, changing woe
Right.
to woe. So that's cool.
Right.
I'm excited. I'm on pins and needles now.
Hope I don't disappoint you. No, for me, I was looking at it like every one of us has areas of our life where we're kind of like, whoa, maybe I need to hold the fort on that. This ain't good. Maybe I need to do something about it. And maybe I don't know, maybe it's my health. Maybe I'm drinking. Maybe it's something in my relationship. Maybe there's something at work and I go, whoa, that's not what I want. I want something different. And so it's kind of like you examine your life, you look back, you see an area, and you kind of go, whoa, I don't know if that's right. I don't know if that's good. And
Right.
so that's step one, right? Step one is just sort of recognize that. So then we can talk about what you do about it, but it's a different approach, different than you thought. So
Well, it's interesting because both of those are in the definition of that word, right?
mhm.
The amazement or the pulling back, and they use the example of like pulling back on the reins of a horse, for the whoa, and yeah, I could certainly see that flashed through my mind as well, and I'm glad you brought that up because it's one of those things where it's kind of a whoa, check yourself.
There you go.
And so it can be a productive thing as well. So not only, it's a whoa, amaze yourself. It could be a whoa, check yourself too.
Like, whoa, check yourself. That's exactly right. And as we talked about last week, this is a good time of year to reflect on those things and just kind of look back and say, how am I doing? Take inventory of those areas that I need to check. And again, as you have said more eloquently than I, don't live your life looking backwards. That's not the purpose. The purpose is to examine the things that you've been through, find those things where you might be going, whoa, maybe I need to check myself on this one. Whatever that area of your life is, and everybody's is different. And I need to take some time to reflect, to think back, to learn the lesson, and then turn around, look forward, and set some targets about how I can and will and want to, and specifically will take action to move forward in a better way.
Yeah, well said. Well said. And the first one we talked about, whoa, WOE, and the whole, mindset of the definition talks about sorrow or grief, misery, misfortune or wretchedness, none of which sound like good things, right?
Right.
So definitely things we want to avoid. And you don't want to get in that category or stay in that category of somebody that is having that victim mindset. Woe is me. Everything bad happens to me. And it's not a perfect science. This is not a perfect world. Our behavior is not a perfect thing. And periodically you may feel like that. Doesn't mean you're a bad person.
Right.
It just means that, first off, when you see it or feel it, recognize it and call yourself on it, and, give yourself the whoa, and pull yourself out of it. The bigger problem is the folks that are in that category and stay in that category and don't even realize it. And maybe it's time for those of us who have either figured out how not to be that way ourselves or never fell into that category to begin with, take action to help folks that are in that kind of struggle zone, if you will, and they don't really know it. Be a friend enough to help them see it. And I say help them see it because telling them is not always the best, right? That will often be met with resistance when it comes in a accusatory form. So maybe it's a question that you ask them about how they see the world as it occurs around them, or do things happen for them, to them, or do they make things happen? Which one is it? Because I think there's mindset answers in that, but maybe approach it from a question standpoint instead of an accusatory standpoint, and see what you can do to help those people that you care about maybe realize that they're walking around in a woe is me category. Not a good place to be. And
Right.
You're just calling more to you.
You really are. Yeah. That's a great point. Come at it indirectly, but again, back to a point we've made many times, and none of us are perfect at, because we can all experience this from time to time in a way that's probably greater than we want. But that is, when we get into that victim mentality, woe is me, this happened, that happened, there was no control, I didn't see it coming, I didn't deserve it, I don't want it, I didn't ask for it. You're given control of your life and your emotions and your thoughts to external forces, and you're allowing those things to dictate. And that's not a way to live your life. It just isn't. That's not where that doesn't give you the energy and the creativity that you need to improve things in your life.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well said. So focus on amazing yourself.
Yeah. And just improve a little every single day. Don't feel like you gotta take these gigantic leaps forward. There's so many stories about people, especially this time of year. I'm changing. I'm going to work out 2 hours a day, 7 days a week.
No, you're not. Not if you didn't do it last year.
I mean, you might do it for a week, and then it'll get hard.
Not sustainable.
Yeah, it's not sustainable. Just a little bit.
Some things you got to ease into. That may be one of them. Some you can dive right into. I mean, there is that the philosophy of the quantum leap out there, and the gentleman that talks about that, his name escapes me right now, but it's coming to me. I think it's Price Pritchett. Talks about the quantum leap, and there are those things that you can go from here to here, and skip a lot of steps in between, just by the way you go about it. But yeah, most things, that's why we talk about New Year's resolutions. Yeah, stand by for you people that work out in various facilities. It's about to get busier, but hang on, it won't last that long. They'll be out.
Right. There you go.
You just stay the course.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And if you do it, and if you sustain it, just like you said, and you keep up with it, guess what's going to happen a year from now? You're going to go, whoa, that is friggin' awesome.
I did that. Yes.
I did that. I was like, whoa, I ain't liking this very much, too. Whoa, look what I accomplished.
Right.
See, that's what you're after right there. That's from
Amen.
whoa.
There's so many things that are in between that. So that, the celebrating the milestones along the way, having the discipline to do it even when it sucks and you don't want to do it. getting up and getting out of bed and we're talking about the gym or working out, being physically active in this particular scenario. But yeah, just having the personal discipline and accountability to get up and get it done.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's easier just to have a cup of coffee and a pipe. And I'm not really talking about myself in particular, but but maybe I am.
Maybe you are.
Yeah. So sometimes you got to say, no, you can have the cup of coffee and the pipe after.
No, you're right. You're
ass out
exactly
there.
right. And I think we even did a whole podcast on this, but you reminded me of the quote, through discipline comes freedom.
Yeah.
Through discipline comes freedom. And having that intention, having that discipline, having that will to press on with those good habits that stack up over time. That's it. That's why when a year later you go, whoa, man, that was amazing what I did. And it's a great place to be in. So I look forward to doing that next year at this time.
All right. Sounds good to me.
Yeah. There you go, Brian. That's what I got for you on this first podcast of this new year.
That's right. We can check that box.
That's
Episode 1 of 2023 is being recorded right now and soon will publish and be out there for all to watch and listen to and in the history books for us.
You betcha.
Yes, indeed. Many more to come.
That's
Looking
right.
forward to what this year is going to bring for us.
Absolutely.
What we're going to make happen.
That's right.
All right. What I'm going to make happen right now
Yeah.
is over here and hitting this button and saying something like this. No matter who you are, where you are, what you're doing, make sure between this podcast and the next, you take time to enjoy the ride.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the Graybeard Chronicles. Please subscribe so you'll receive notification when new episodes are available. To learn more about the Graybeards, visit their website, graybeardchronicles.com.